So I had this idea the other day. I wanted to try running multiple liquids through one pipe to feed a chemical factory or a chemical plant. And I messed around with it using combinators and small pumps to do this, and had just a little bit of success, not much. It kind of worked, but was pretty unreliable. So I tried again and ended up using a much simpler method, although it does take a much larger footprint, but it works reliably, and has a couple interesting side effects. So to kind of show you what this does, we've got our two inputs. In this case, the system only needs an input of water and petroleum gas. Otherwise, it is self-contained. It has its own electrical network, although you could attach it to yours. I'll explain the specifics of that in a second. It takes petroleum gas, creates solid fuel, which it feeds into this line, which feeds the burner inserters, which use it to power themselves and to load it into the boilers, which heat the water and the petroleum gas, and they store it up here. If it's connected to your own electrical network, you do not need this steam engine. This is here just to keep things from shutting down completely when these steam engines aren't running. So how this works is when the red circuit is in one of these two green boxes, it triggers the appropriate fluid to come into the pipe, and then it feeds in, it turns on the steam engines to produce electricity, and then once the chemical plant has produced 4 sulfur and put them into this box will unload them and also tell this box or this inserter to pull the red circuit out of the box and put it back on the timing belt. The whole system uses no combinators, and the timing belt handles what you could do with a timing circuit with combinators, but I wanted to see if I could do it completely without. If this is on your electrical network, I guess the reason there's 3 radar scanners up here is these need to have an extremely high load on them in order to pull the leftover liquid out of the system once it has collected it in the chemical plant. And for this case, these produce enough load that the time between when the circuit leaves the box up here and enters the box down here gives it enough time to fully cycle the water out of these pipes, or petroleum gas out of the pipes. You could use this thing with any of the chemical plant recipes that take 2 liquid inputs, and I actually want to try this at handling the output of a oil refinery to see if I can run 3 liquids through it. So that'll be a project for another day. In this case, it's not a real useful design, as with a lot of these designs I'm experimenting with, but kind of interesting. Alright, that pretty much explains it. I'll put the blueprint up, and if anybody wants to mess with it, you are more than welcome. Thanks for watching.